And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, as we continue this Miami Marlins franchise here on MLB The Show 22. And game preview here, we're going to be playing the Tampa Bay Rays in a little two-game set right here in this episode, as the Marlins, a game below 500, look to improve that record to a 500 record here and win this series against Tampa Bay. In here in Tampa Bay, another American League opponent, 27-20, all the Rays on the year, and I mean, that's a pretty good record. They've been pretty decent all around this season so far, and one of the better teams that we played in this season here for Miami. And an interleague matchup, it's Corey Kluber taking the mound here for Tampa Bay, and his season so far, pretty good, and 49.2 innings, I would say. He's been pitching pretty decently, so we're in this game. We're gonna have a, quick manage, quick sim type of game, and then if we need to hop in, if it's a close one here at the end, we'll hop into it at the end of the game. But Jesus Sanchez, man, keep that bat rolling. He has been the best hitter on the Marlins squad all season long, and he just crushed a solo homer here in the top of the first inning to make it 1-0. That was a great swing and a great start for Miami. And meanwhile, on the other side of the mound here, or on the side of the mound for the Marlins, is Trevor Rogers, who is really struggling this year, of a ERA above 5 in 52 innings. He's just not pitched very well. And so, unfortunately, he's only 24, but he's one of those guys, a foundational piece to be building around on this bullpen, and he's been struggling. But a good start for him in this game here, as he's gone through 2 innings scoreless. Williams Astudillo and Joey Wendell both start off the inning with a base hit here. Now brings up Sanchez, who does, unfortunately, their strikeout. A hit now, and Jazz Chisholm. And now Jorge Soler, who walks in a run. Makes it 2-0 now. Jesus Aguilar, and trying to get a sacrifice fly, and it ends up being a double play, as in the air and throwing home. And an unfortunate double play right there, as that is another scoreless frame. We go top 4. So 2-0 here, Miami. In this one now, in the bottom of the 4th, Trevor Rogers now, that ERA down below 5 again here. And, I mean, I think one of the things about Trevor Rogers, and one of the things about this entire pitching staff this season, is only 30 strikeouts for Rogers in 55 innings this year, and you're going to see that. I mean, really, besides, Pablo Lopez, the pitchers in this pitching staff right now are just not striking a lot of players out, really, at all, so far this season. It's a general trend with the entire pitching staff, basically, besides Pablo Lopez again. So I think that's part of the reason. I mean, you just give up too much hard contact and you don't get a lot of strikeouts. That is part of the struggles of some of these pitchers that I think we're seeing from Miami this season, as this game has definitely slowed down and nothing has really happened here for the past few innings. Trevor Rogers has been very, very good here, but he is running into a little bit of a trouble here in the bottom of the 6th. Margot with a single, Ramirez with a walk. Now 1 down in the inning, and that's a key strikeout right there of Brandon Lau, and a ground out to end the bottom of the 6th. So here we go on into the 7th, and I think you'll be a lot more comfortable if you could somehow get another run in here if you're in Miami. I mean, that would be huge for you, as now 2 down in the inning, and that's a strikeout. So, I mean, Miami's offense has gotten 8 hits today, but they've only gotten 2 runs, and that's something that they've been doing this season a lot. Is, they get a lot of hits in bowl games, but they don't score those many. They just don't score a lot. They just don't score many runners, and I mean, that's a huge part of their struggles this season. As here we are in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 down, and now 2 men on with 2 away, and Anthony Bass on the mound. We're going to go into the game now here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-0 Miami. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 count. A lot of 2s here for Manuel Margot, the leadoff hitter. That's a swing and a miss on a slider. Great pitch from Anthony Bass, who's been very good out of the bullpen for the Marlins this season. key strikeout. And after 7-0, Miami out in front. So, can the Marlins add on? Here's Jesus Aguilar up 0 for 3 in the game, and he looks at strike 3 on a fastball inside. He doesn't think so. I mean, he doesn't agree that that was a strike, but I did indeed catch the inside part of the plate, and Aguilar goes back to the bench. Garrett Cooper now 1 for 3, full count, pitch, liner, and the center fielder will get there and make the catch. Good job by Kevin Kiermaier out there in center to make the grab. 9 hits, 2 runs only, middle of the 8th. And I mean, I trust this bullpen. This bullpen has been excellent this season, but you really need to score more runs if you're Miami. Here's Richard Belair. 0.63 ERA. I think that means he's given up like 1 or 2 runs maybe in his 14 innings of work this season. He's been ridiculously good out of the bullpen here for Miami, and hopefully we can have, you know, at least 1, maybe even 2 relievers go to the All-Star game this season, because I definitely think that Jesus Aguilar, or not Jesus Aguilar, I definitely think that Sanchez is going to make the All-Star team. He would have to tank, and he would have to he would have to struggle for basically the rest of the season, the rest of the time leading up to the All-Star break, for him to not get in the All-Star game. Or no, Pablo Lopez is who I'm really talking about. Pablo Lopez is probably going to be in the All-Star game, almost guaranteed. I mean, has like he's one of the top ERAs in all of baseball right now. So, you know, here comes Dylan Floro. But I mean, look at this bullpen. Dylan Floro has given up 1 run in 13 innings. I mean, he's been ridiculous as well out of the bullpen. So, I hope that, you know, we can get at least 1 or 2 bullpen guys in the All-Star game as well as Pablo Lopez, and hopefully Jesus Sanchez does get in the All-Star game. You know, it's going to be a hard position to get in at center field, but I mean, I think hopefully he's playing well enough that he probably should be in the All-Star conversation and in the All-Star game at least, but we'll have to see when that gets closer. Now Kevin Kiermaier here with 2 down in the ball game, and he goes around, says home plate umpire, or says the home plate umpire there. That's strike 3, and that is the end of the game as the Marlins take this one here. They win on the road. They win this opener of this series and now go to 500 on the year. A 2-0 win for Miami. 6 hits given up by the Rays, but a 6-hit shutout here with Trevor Rogers having maybe the best start of the season for him so far this year in 6 innings. I mean, he was ridiculous. 20 home runs now. 10 home runs by Sanchez now. It's 25 RBIs and 20 RBIs there for Soler and Sanchez. But Taylor Rogers, what a great start. 6 innings, 4 hits allowed, only 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, no runs. Brought that ERA all the way down from over 5 to 4.68. So, you know, get a few more starts like that, and that ERA is looking not that bad, actually, if that does happen. So here we go. This is the second game of this set, and this will be a full game here in this one now, as a great look at the stadium here in Tropicana Field. I've actually been to Tropicana Field in real life, and I've got to say it's the worst stadium that I've been to. I've been to about 12 of them, I think, in total in my lifetime already, and yeah, Tropicana Field, a pretty bad stadium for, you know, such a good team to be in. But either way, we're focusing on this game now, and Jeffrey Springs pitching, and well, he's been pretty bad in 37 innings this year. And the Rays playing in some really interesting throwback jerseys today, with the all blue sleeves, with the yellow lettering on the back and on the front, and with the number there, and a very different and interesting looking Tampa Bay Rays script there in the front, with the light blue pants and the sky blue pants basically, and the dark blue pinstriping there. So an interesting throwback jersey here by Tampa Bay, and Miami also in some throwback unis. These are their 2012 road jerseys, I believe, with the Miami logo in the front and a little bit of the orange and the black as well. But man, Jeffrey Springs in that at bat came back from 3-1 and threw quite a bit of fastballs there, and got that strikeout. So here's Jazz Chisholm who flies it into the outfield, and that is going to be run down by Kiermaier to end the top of the first. So nothing doing there for Miami here in the top of the first inning. We go to the middle of the first now, 6-0. Sanchez, who, man, he's not doing very great this year. A 5.3 ERA in 52 innings and a 1.37 whip. I mean, only 32 strikeouts in, 50 innings. It's just, I mean, it's, a similar problem with him and Rogers. They just don't strike many guys out. And that's, definitely a problem. That's going to hold you back in some capacity in your pitching. But this is probably a little, worse than I expected 600 to do in this franchise. But he's got time to turn it around, but he's got to start doing it now. And unfortunately, here in the beginning of this game, he gives up a double right away in the second pitch. A extra base hit for Manuel Margot. And not exactly the start you want. Margot with his 9th double of the year. And now it's Wander Franco. I mean, this is a pretty decent Tampa Bay batting order here. And that 0-1 ground ball. It's stopped by Wendell. The throw to first is offline. And off goes Astudillo. Or not Astudillo. Off goes Aguilar off first base. And that is a bad throw by that short. I don't know why that throw was so bad. He kind of rushed it, I think, is what happened there. And now it's first and third with nobody out. Here's Yandy Diaz, and he's going to line one into the outfield, and immediately the air is taken advantage of. Run scores. Here comes the second run. That will be unearned, by the way, and that is going to make it 2-0 here. Tampa Bay in the bottom of the first. So, yikes. Not a good start. G-Man Choi chopping one over to the third base side, and that is a out. So, man, oh man, bottom of the first, and that's finally the first out of the game here in this game. And first out here, and it took a while for my man Sixto to get it. 20 pitches already in the inning, and that is not going to help things as it's a walk. Bases are juiced. And now it's Brent Phillips. I mean, only batting .202, but he's got bases loaded and only one man out. And that ball is outside, a sinker on the outside part of the plate. Has only a 614 OPS. Brent Phillips not actually a starter usually. And now here comes the 1-0. And that's a fly ball into center field. And that is run down by Sixto, but this is going to score a run most likely. And yep, it will. That is the throw not in time. And another run scores. So they get it out, but it's now 3-0 Tampa Bay Rays. So definitely a rough start for Sixto Sanchez here in this first inning. And now Kevin Kiermaier up, just trying to stem the bleeding if you're Sixto right here. Because, man, oh man, he struggled. That's a swing and a miss. And Astudillo cannot pick the ball up. That was a mistake there. Williams Astudillo, I mean, I don't know what happened there. He lost the ball, didn't know where it was, and by the time he picked it up, couldn't get the out. 31st pitch of the inning by Sanchez is strike 3, and finally, that ends a brutal first inning. I mean, that was rough. 3 hits, 2 walks, and 3 runs right there for Tampa Bay in the first. Really rough first inning for Sixto, unfortunately, although, only a couple of those runs are earned, but definitely not the start that you want right there. As here's Jorge Soler now. And, Jorge Soler started the season really well, batting over 300 at the start of the year, but his average has fallen down now to 250. I don't expect Jorge Soler to be batting 300 all the year. I expect him to be, around, honestly, like a 260 hitter, but he has hit a really bad cold streak recently. So hopefully he can pull out of it. Gary Cooper up now, batting 272. That's going to be a double play. And, yep, it is. That's unfortunate. Gary Cooper grounds it into short, and now 2 down, nobody on in the inning for Jesus Aguilar, who does have quite a bit of RBIs. 26 of them, actually. And, he's not had a great average or not a great on base, as that is a ground out to end the second. So, through 2 innings, nothing happening against Jeffrey Springs so far for Miami. Bottom of the second now. Sixto still pitching. That's strike number 1 on Brandon Lau. His third pick in the draft last set, and Lau with a runner on and 1 away. Here with 2 down. Pops it up in the infield, and Jazz Chisholm over to make the catch. 48 pitches for Sixto Sanchez after only 2 innings. Not what you want to see. 3-0 Rays. Well, now we go bottom of the third, and now that's a drive that is crushed. I mean, that had a home run distance written all over it, but Red Phillips could not put it fair. And now full count pitch here. 61st pitch of the ball game, and that is strike 3 on Phillips. The third K for Sanchez, and that is a nice, clean third inning. Really needed that clean inning right there. And so, end of the third, and it's a still 3-0 game. Now, Brian Anderson, the third pick of the draft here by Miami a few years ago, and that's a swing and a drive, and that's a base hit. So, he's going to get on here with a single. There's the first hit of the game. No-hitter broken up 3 innings in, and now it's Jazz Chisholm. 0 for 1 in the game, flew out his first time up, 1 for 5 in this series. On a bit of a hot streak right now in this season, for sure. And now here comes the first pitch, and it's a fastball right down the middle. Chisholm kind of, you might want to kick yourself for not swinging at that, but now a 0-1. And there's a nice swing, perfect swing timing by Chisholm into deep right center field, and it's gone! Home run, Jazz Chisholm. You cannot put a ball like that past him twice. As his 5th home run of the season, makes it a 1-run game makes it a 1-run game 3-2. Nice swing there by Chisholm, and I mean, he started the season out really cold. Yeah, but he has been kind of getting his swing back recently, and has been on a hot streak, and it has been really improved that average as of late, so those are very good signs to see. Garrett Cooper swings it and lines it into the outfield. That is caught, actually, and that's going to be a double play. As the runner was going on contact there, and, well, man, oh man, that was unfortunate because I thought that was going to go over the outfielder's head and potentially score another run, but it doesn't, and so end of the 4th, and it is a 2-2 tie, or not 2-2 tie, it's a 2-3 lead. I saw 2 hits for Miami, that's why I said that, but either way, bottom of the 4th, 2-3 the score. Kevin Kiermaier up, 0 for 1 in the game so far, and Kiermaier with a 1-2 count to him now is a swing and a ball crushed deep into center field. Sanchez back and looks up, that ball is gone. Kevin Kiermaier, not really known for his hitting, not really known for his power, delivers his 7th long ball of this season to make it a 2-run lead to Tampa Bay. And my oh my, that was a great swing right there. Straightaway center field, absolutely launched. 426 feet, I mean, pretty much a no-doubt type of home run there. And unfortunate now it's a 2-run lead again for the Rays. And there's a strikeout of Mike Zunino. So that's the 4th one of the game. And that's a good response right there. So, you know, he gave up a home run. He's been kind of struggling in this game. And at least you can get a strikeout there. And that at bat, 3 straight changeups. At bat pulled the string with a nasty slider at the end of that at bat. Now Wander Franco up here. And he's got an 0-2 count on him now. And let's see, that pitch is down low and below the knees as now with the count 1-2, and here it comes. As there's a swing and a miss. Really nice changeup right there at the bottom of the zone, and that is going to be the end of the 4th. So the Marlins offense is going to have to do some work in this game if they want to win. Down by 2 now after the Kiermaier home run. 4-2 is the score. And here is Jesus Aguilar who comes on up. And by the way, I do have a announcement about the MLB The Show 20 custom league that we have going right now. I have a little bit of news on that franchise. I'll tell you about that at the end of this episode, but keep tuned for that news. I'll give you an update about that franchise. But now we're in the top of the 5th, and Jesus Aguilar is up here. 2-2 to him. Is there a circle change at the knees and strike 3? So Aguilar has looked at 2 strike 3s in this episode. I think he looked at another one in the last game that we played, and that is going to be the first and the last strikeout for Jeffrey Springs tonight, who, I mean, considering his ERA, really not a good game. No, really not a bad game for him, as immediately Kevin Cass going to the bullpen and bringing out Ryan Thompson, who, this season has been very, very good. I mean, a 2.2 ERA. He's been excellent out of the pen for the Rays in 28.2 innings, so tough task here with 1 away. Joey Wendell up, and Wendell will swing, and he's got a ball into the gap out there in his center, and Joey Wendell around second, goes to third with a double. So a big-time extra base hit right there for Joey Wendell. Now sets up Williams Astudillo with a man on third here in this one. 0 for 1 in the game with a flyout in the 3rd inning. Here comes the 0-1, and it's a swing, and a perfect swing at that into center field. Base hits. Williams Astudillo, called up because of the injury of Jacob Stallings, has provided another clutch moment there. That was a great swing, and it's a 1-run game once again, 4-3. Great swing right there by Astudillo, a guy who, you know, has been not that incredible offensively since coming up, but of course we didn't really expect him to be. That's a fly ball into the outfield, and that is caught out there. So middle of 5th inning, and well, 3-4. Williams Astudillo with a big time single, and Marlins down by a run. So here we go on to the 6th inning, and Elizar Hernandez comes out of the bullpen, and he's been pitching the most out of the pen for Miami this year, and, you know, he's been alright. He's been pretty decent out of the bullpen this season, 49.1 innings, and pretty decent ERA there, and he goes through the bottom of the 5th unscathed, you know, without any issue. That's strike 3, however, as a big-time strikeout by Ryan Thompson on a great pitch there on the inside corner. Jorge Soler up now. 3-2 to him. Ground ball. And unfortunately, that turn that ball and turn it into 2 outs right there. So here we go into the middle of the 6th now. Bottom of the 6th inning, and against Mike Zunino, and Zunino takes a look at that, strike 1. Zunino in this game so far is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, so looking to avoid a similar fate here. Here comes an 0-2. Hernandez gets the sign for the fastball and throws it up high to get Zunino swinging. Great pitch there at the top of the zone, and that is strike 3 for Hernandez. And a great pitch right there into the 6th, and it's a 1-run ball game, 4-3 still, and a huge hold right there in that inning by Miami. So here's Matt Wisler coming out of the pen, and so far been a little shaky out of the bullpen for Tampa Bay in 22 innings as they look to go to their pen once again. And here's Garrett Cooper, who is 0 for 2 in this game, 1 for 6 in this series. One of the better hitters on the team right now so far this year, though, as here comes an 0-1 to him, line drive, and that ball is down, and that ball is to the gap, bouncing off the wall, all the way to second goes Cooper, and he gets there into second sliding with a double. Great job by Garrett Cooper, his 6th of the year. And now it's Jesus Aguilar. Here comes the pitch to him. It's a swing and a drive into left. That ball hit well. Going back is a Rosarena, and he's at the wall. That ball's gone! Into the catwalk there in left. And Jesus Aguilar with his 6th homer of the year gives Miami a lead in the 7th, 5-4. And a great swing right there from Jesus Aguilar, who, has been lighting the world on fire with his average or his on base or his OPS. But, I mean, he does lead the team in RBIs, I think, this season. And another 2 to add on to his total. And a big couple of ribbies right there for sure with the Marlins now up by a run. And here is Avisail Garcia for 2, really struggling this year. Takes that curveball inside and in there for a strike. Now an 0-2 is on the corner. What a pitch by Colin Poche. My goodness, that was nasty. That is strike 3. And, I mean, Hernandez, what are you going to do on that pitch? That pitch was just perfectly on the corner. And a brilliant strike right there. 2 down now in the 7th. Williams Astudillo flies it into the outfield and in foul territory. Chasing it down is a left fielder to make the catch. That'll end the inning, but in the inning, here is Jesus Aguilar, who crushes one over the wall, makes it 5-4, and tied up at 7 apiece. Or tied up at 7 apiece for hits-wise, but Miami up by a run now, bottom of the 7th coming up. And, this bullpen has been fire so far. Let's keep that going. Anthony Bender comes on in, and Anthony Bender really hasn't gotten a whole lot of time this season, but in the time that he's gotten, he's been pretty good. I think he got injured at the beginning of the year, and now Manny will go up, and he swings and misses at that 0-2 pitch there for strike 3. Great pitch by Bender. Now Yandy Diaz up, and he's 2 for 3 in the game with a double, single, and a couple of ribbies. He's been very important in this one for Tampa Bay. Now 0-2 to him! Oh my, what a nasty slider. Outside and a little at the knees. That was a great pitch and a great inning by Anthony Bender. So we go top of the 8th, and that is a bad swing right there by Brian Anderson. Not sure what he's looking at right there. That was not a pitch to swing at. And there's 1 down in the inning. Great job by Colin Poche to get into chase there. Still 1 out of the inning. Here's Jesus Sanchez now, and he will swing and miss early at that fastball, I believe. And, man, a couple of strikeouts to begin the top of the 8th. Now for the Marlins, and Jazz Chisholm had that home run earlier. Hits a line drive. That is caught right to the outfielder there, Rosarena. That'll end the 8th. And a 1-run lead still here for the Rays. So, still 5-4. We go bottom of the 8th. And on is Richard Blair, who we saw in the last game of this episode. And he lowered that ERA down again to .05 as a 15.1 innings so far now. And he's looking for another perfect inning to add on and another scoreless frame to add onto the ledger there. Now it's G-Man Choi! Swing and a miss. And a slider down below the knees. This bullpen is throwing straight gas right now. Great off-speed pitch. No chance for G-Man right there. So now 2 down in the inning. Randy Rosarena is up, and a 1-1 to him is a ground ball. Over to second. Chisholm gets the throw to first. A great pick by Aguilar, and that is the end of the 8th. So, Rays, 3 more outs left on their docket, and, for Miami, here's the inning to add on to the lead right now if you're the Rays. So, let's see if they can do that here, or not Tampa Bay, if you're the Marlins. And here's Jorge Soler, 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. And he swings and drives one into right field, and nobody's over there because of the shift. So it's going to roll all the way to the wall, and all the way to second base with a double goes Jorge Soler. So a good start to the 9th with a double here to lead it off. He's only his 5th of the year, but now it's Garrett Cooper, who does drop one in there into center field, but because of the nature of the hit, Jorge Soler staying at second base, not moving. So now 2 men on and nobody out. This is a big time opportunity for Jesus Aguilar here, who's already got a home run and a couple more RBIs. but a big chance to add on and extend the lead a little bit. And, well, he's only got 8 speed, so that is a pretty easy double play. Not really what you want to see there, as, man, oh man, now 2 down in the top of the 9th inning, and 5-4 lead still, so Lair at third. Here comes Joey Wendell, 1 for 3 in the game, 2 for 8 in the series, and would like to do just get a base hit. And that's exactly what he does! Line drive into left field. Therein comes a run. And how about that nice hit right there? As great swing. And man, oh man, nice job to make it a 2-run lead again. Miami up 6-4 after that single. And a huge hit right there for Joey Wendell. That's a strikeout. But for Miami, you add on another run, and you make this job for Tampa Bay even harder in the middle of the ninth. So, 3 outs left. Let's see if the Marlins can close this game out officially here. So, we're going to change pitchers. Yep, we will. We'll bring in the closer, Dylan Flo. Got his 8th save of the season in the last game. Looking for save number 9 here tonight. Let's see if he can get it. He's got a 2-run cushion now after the big run in the top of the 9th. So here's Brent Phillips, 7, 8, 9, a pretty easy spot in the batting order, but you don't want to get too careful now, as that is a walk and a ball 4. So a man on, the tying run on base for Kevin Kiermaier, who actually has been crazy this game. A home run and an RBI, 2 for 3 in the 9th, and he's going to swing and drive one into the outfield. There goes Garcia at the wall, and Garcia jumped up and made the catch. My, oh my, that was an impressive grab right there by Avisail Garcia, who really struggled on the offensive end this season, but man, that was impressive. Leaping at the wall and snagging it before it could turn into a double. That would have been extra bases, and that would have probably set it up to have a tie. Well, that is a big-time second out. They beat out with 1 attempt. Now, down to their last out here are Tampa Bay. Let's see if they can get the job done. As here's Manuel Margot, and he swings and flies one into center. There's Sanchez, backing up on it, looks to be underneath it, and makes the catch to end the game. There it is, the Rays fall in this one, and they fall in 2 straight to Miami. The Marlins win 2 in a row here over the Rays, and man, oh man, what a great couple of games here. The offense a lot more active in this one. A home run by Aguilar and by Sanchez, and the bullpen really did their job after a kind of a struggling start by Sixto, and a new record here, 25-24. A game above 500 are Miami now on the season. So as we look at the game stats here for this one, I'd like to just give you a kind of update about the MLB 20 series that we're doing, as Luisar Hernandez does get the win in this one. So just with that series, I unfortunately, I came back to college for the next semester of college here at Mizzou. And I unfortunately left the PlayStation 4 back home in Colorado. And I did not actually download the clips that I had for the World Series that I recorded. So, what does that mean for you? I don't have the World Series clips on my computer. And there's probably not a way that I can get them anytime soon. My parents probably were not going to be able to send the PlayStation console over to me. It's just a lot of money and a lot of hassle there for my parents to do that. So that means that we probably won't have the World Series games for MLB 20 until a couple of months from now when I go back home for or my parents meet me halfway for spring break, which means that we will have about 2-month break in between the NLCS and that amazing episode that I recorded last time in that series and the World Series. It's super unfortunate, very frustrating, I know, and you guys are unfortunately going to have to wait a little bit longer on the conclusion of that series. It sucks, I don't want you guys to wait that long. I'm just really annoyed by it myself, too, that I made that mistake. But, you know, Sixto actually got all 4 of those runs charged to him, I guess. But either way, that is unfortunately what is happening. But that also means that I will have more time to focus on this Marlins franchise and the custom league for MLB Show 22. So expect more videos of those 2 franchises coming out a lot here in the next couple of months. But, you know, I'm back in college now, and so far the semester has been going great. But, you know, you've been listening to Lucas from Mars. I just want to wish everybody a great day, and I will catch you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys then. Alrighty, I will see you in the next episode. God bless.